for Friday, TGIF, March 27th. And we appreciate you joining us on the program this morning. And we're pleased to be joined because we're going to talk about the folks at Shop Kansas Farms. And as always, pleasure to join us on the program is Kylee Stout, who is joining us. Kylee is with Kansas Farm Bureau, and who are the owners of Shop Kansas Farms, oh, by the way, as well. And also joined by Rick McNary, who is the founder of Shop Kansas Farms ever since the very beginning. And they're both joining us on the program this morning. Kylee, Rick, as always, good morning. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having us, Greg.
Good morning, Greg.
I appreciate it, as always, coming on to the program. And we have you join us periodically because especially what is going on here starting tomorrow, as a matter of fact, at your annual Shop Kansas Farms event that is taking place in Lawrence. That will be taking place. And, and Kylee, I'll start with you. As a matter of fact, it's one of those that they're great events that are taking place. But it's also one that the Shop Kansas Farms event, and that is going to be taking place tomorrow, as we mentioned, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Holcomb Park in Lawrence. And if you'd like more information, you can do that as well by going to their website for the Market of Farms event at shopkansasfarms.com. There's been so much success, and Kylee, I'll start with you. There's been so much success on being able to host the Market of Farms event in various areas. And I think this is and correct me if I'm wrong, this is the second time that you've had that opportunity to do that in Lawrence.
Yes, yeah. We have partnered with the Douglas County Farm Bureau, and their board has just been tremendous in supporting this work and recognizing the value in bringing the Market of Farms to their community and to their farm members. So the Market of Farms is happening tomorrow in Lawrence from 9 to 3, and we have, I think, 32 vendors signed up and a wide variety of products. I'm really excited for this one to stock up my own fridge and pantry. Beef and lamb, pasture-raised eggs, pork, tallow skincares, honey, ice cream, mushroom coffee, jams, jellies. If you're looking for it, you can find it at the Market of Farms tomorrow. So it's going to be a good one. We're excited.
And Rick, having events like this, the Market of Farms events, it makes it a great opportunity for those who are really very much into Shop Kansas Farms to be able to show their wares as well. But it's also one for it's good marketing experience, I guess maybe is the better way to put it, on them being able to have that opportunity to be able to come in and to be able to show off their product too.
Yeah, and one of the things that we like to do for them is to advertise for them in front of and during and after the event. One of the things we hear from our farmers a lot is they need help advertising and marketing. And so between our Facebook reach, which is about 172,000 now members, and our newsletter when it goes out, we actually advertise for our farmers. So they're not just paying for a vendor fee for a booth. They're actually getting some pretty significant advertising for them as they do this, and that really helps them a lot. So a lot of our farmers who come do not go to regular farmers markets because they're not near them, or they don't have time to make that commitment every Saturday. So they really like our opportunities. At the last one meat producer gained more than 100 new customers in one day.
Kylee, one of the things we look at and the ability to be able to market the product, but the ability to gain that experience as far as marketing is concerned. You were thinking, well, how can you how are you able to do that? Well, these are farmers. This isn't, one that it's it is a business, but that wasn't the business that they grew up when. It's more of the business of, hey, I'm a farmer, be able to do. But now it's, hey, I'm a farmer, but hey, I can do this just because of the fact that now I have that opportunity to have a product or have products that I raise and to be, or I make, to be able to get out there and to have that experience and to see. But it's probably too, from your perspective, the growth of what you're able to see some of these individual farmers, now companies, I guess, for lack of a better term, are able to do.
Yeah, you bring up a really great point. A lot of these farmers are constantly thinking about, how am I going to keep the farm alive, and how am I going to make sure it's generating enough revenue to pass on to my family, to the next generation. And we see a lot and hear from our farmers and ranchers we work with that the direct-to-consumer sales, while they're creating value-added products, while they're selling beef or the meat they raise direct to consumer, so be it, whatever it is, they're doing this as a way to generate more income. And so in doing that, they put themselves in a position where they're really running two businesses, right? And sometimes three or four, to make enough money. Most of them are commodity, conventional farmers, but then they're also doing the product, the value added. So that adds another layer of, taking the tomatoes and turning them into salsa, or experimenting with spice rubs and working in commercial kitchens, or, thinking about the beef they're raising and how can I make a delicious beef snack stick? And that's another step. But then on the flip side, they're also weren't running the business and operation of a marketing and dealing with people and working farmers markets and exploring avenues to, create a website and develop a brand. And so that's really, like Rick said, the piece that I didn't set out to do this. I didn't set out to deal with people who can sometimes be mean and question farmers and their methods. And that's really where we feel we come in and add a good piece to them and complement the work they're doing, help with the marketing, help create a logo, help develop a website, and give them the platform so that more consumers can ultimately, find and purchase their products from them. So it's really been inspiring to get to work with some of the producers. A lot of them have touched my hearts, and like I mentioned, a lot of them end up in my personal fridge and pantry, and I get to share their stories with my family as well. So very fulfilling and rewarding work that we get to do through Shop Kansas Farms.
Rick, I'm sure I've asked you this before, but when this was first created, and I've had the opportunity to speak with you, I always joke, it goes back to the first time we were on, and we were literally watching the number of likes that you had on the Facebook page of Shop Kansas Farms, that we passed the 50,000 threshold, which I thought was pretty incredible now. Then, and now, up to 172,000. The experience just has to blow you away from when you first had this idea to be able to create something like this. And we should remind people, you're not a farmer as well. And that part of it, I think, is also fascinating. But being able to experience this, being able to see what now Kansas Farm Bureau has been able to do, and every idea of the market of farms and other things, to be able to see it to grow to this current state as we have right now.
I started writing for Kansas Farm Bureau in 2015 for their Kansas Living magazine, doing feature articles about their farmers, because I wanted to understand agriculture. And in so doing, I fell in love with the Kansas farmers and ranchers. I was drinking coffee at their table at 6 o'clock in the morning, bouncing around in their vehicles and wiping a little barnyard off of my boot. And one of the challenges I continually put in front of myself is, how do I get more people to fall in love with the Kansas farmers and ranchers? And of all of this, Greg, the most satisfying thing is when I look at those numbers, the 172,000, I know those are people who, they're fans. They love our Kansas farmers and ranchers. And that's a feeling that really makes me feel good.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we will have more with Rick McNary, the founder of Shop Kansas Farms, and also Kylee Stout, who will be joining us, or who is joining us on the Ag Issues program with Kansas Farm Bureau. Of course, Kansas Farm Bureau, now the owners of Shop Kansas Farms. This is Ag Issues here on 580 WIBW. All right. Rick and Kylee stand by here. Steve-O, if you can hear me, I just sent you an email. During the break, I need audio down the line because I don't know when to come back if I can't hear anything.
Rick, I just shared the live stream in the Shop Kansas Farms page. So
Good job.
We're back on the Ag Issues program this morning here on 580 WIBW, talking about the upcoming Shop Kansas Farms Market of Farms event. It's going to take place tomorrow from 9 until 3 at the Holcomb Park Gym in Lawrence. And you can get more information, obviously, by going to their website at shopkansasfarms.com. And we're joined on the program this morning by Kylee Stout with Kansas Farm Bureau, and also joined on the program by Rick McNary, who is the founder of Shop Kansas Farms, and of course Kansas Farm Bureau, now the owner of Shop Kansas Farms. Kylee, by the way, does have a title I haven't mentioned: Business Development Manager for Rural Kansas Apprenticeship Program, and also for Shop Kansas Farms as well. So sorry about that, Kylee, that I haven't been able to do that. You know, the fun part about this as well and I'm sure, Kylee, you've seen this. Rick, I'll get your thoughts as well, is that regardless of where we have been, or these events have been, and a lot of it's been around the Wichita area, and really up here in Lawrence, because I think this is the second time Lawrence has hosted an event like this. It's really for the farmers who come and are a part of this, a chance to work on the business end of it, but also the fact that how many friends that they have been able to develop, even though they may have been friends already, they probably have, Kylee, so many new friends on being able to look at the fellow businesses, so to speak, that will be at the Market of Farms events like this.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. Tomorrow will be all about them making a profit and selling their products and marketing to a new audience of people, but also developing relationships with customers, getting them to sign up for newsletters and developing ways that they can communicate with their customers to share the products that they're producing. That'll be a big piece of the relationship component on Saturday. And likewise, we at Shop Kansas Farms have also made some really great relationships. One of those is with the Gillilans of Next to Nature Farms up in Leavenworth. And Megan Gilliland is actually working with us to develop a Harvest Your Brand workshop. And we are offering these 2 different times this year. The first one coming up on April 10th in Wichita, and the second one in October in Iola. And it's a 1-day workshop. We will walk through developing your brand and look, setting out mission and values, and diving into developing a logo, colors, fonts, logos, and what does your imagery look like, and how are you telling your story? How did you get into farming? What's your role in agriculture? What products are you making? I met with a guy on Tuesday that he's developing spice rubs, and all of his spices are named after one of his kids. And that's a really fun story to tell. So the workshop will really dive into some of those marketing pieces that'll help farmers to be able to capture a wider audience of people. And you can sign up online at www.shopkansasfarms.com. The events tab has both of those workshops, and we'll feed you a meal. It's a low cost, $50 for Shop Kansas Farms members, $75 if you're not. And we're really excited to be offering these. We've heard from farmers and ranchers that this is the work that they need help with, and Megan Gilliland is going to bring her expertise and knowledge and share with the farmers and teach them, and it's going to be great. So,
Rick, does it amaze you or doesn't surprise you at all, I guess, in some aspects, that the diversity of the number of businesses and what farmers have been able to develop and be able to offer their wares when they're on Shop Kansas Farms?
It has surprised me, but I also know that farmers are entrepreneurs at heart. They're always looking for new ways, as Kylee mentioned earlier, to generate revenue streams on the farm that helps make the farm financially sustainable. So I see their creativity, and it's really encouraging. They're really entrepreneurs, and they're doing a great job of coming up with new products and new ways to find a market and the people who are wanting to buy. And there's a lot of people wanting to buy from farmers directly now. Those numbers are actually increasing all the time.
And Kylee, that's really overall the arching, very important part of this, because of the fact that farmer to consumer direct buying has become so much of the vernacular right now, being able to say, hey, if I can get this directly from the farmer, that can help me in so many ways.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Greg. People are trending more and more every day that they want to know where their food comes from. We follow along with social media keywords and trends and ag influencers on social media on what's popular right now, and it continues to be supporting local, buying local food, having access to healthy local food. And so it's really positioned our farmers and ranchers to be able to capture that market and audience. It's been really fun to watch that trend upwards.
And Rick, seeing this experience and seeing that how many of these farmers have been able to participate or want to participate or love to participate in this as well. The feedback that you probably get, but also the fact that you continue to see new members come in of, hey, we want to do this, or how do we do this? Maybe let's start there, that they have that interest, but they be able to feed that interest and to be able to feed and increase their desire to want to be able to participate in this.
Yeah, we've been at this almost 6 years now, Greg. It started in April of 2020. And so as we have learned and more effective ways to help the farmers, of course, I got to give a shout out to Megan Kramer, who I'm sure is listening in this morning. Shop Kansas Farms does not exist without her. She's been such an incredible influence and a backbone to this from day one. And part of what she, from a communications and marketing expert, has seen these opportunities to help farmers learn how to market their stuff. And we're deeply committed. Behind the scenes, we say we want to prosper and protect. So that's why we exist, is to help prosper farmers, but it's also a social media platform. And we do a pretty good job of protecting our farmers too, because as you know, there are keyboard warriors out there that will gripe about anything, and boy, we don't let them touch our farmers. And our farmers appreciate that a lot.
All right. Well, folks, this has been always great to be able to talk about the Market of Farms event for Shop Kansas Farms, taking place on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Holcomb Park Gym in Lawrence. You can find more information at shopkansasfarms.com. And Kylee, Rick, as always, my friends, I very much appreciate it. Good luck with everything tomorrow, and we hope it's great success.
Thanks so much, Greg.
Thanks, Greg. Always great to join you.
That is Kylee Stout, Business Development Manager for Rural Kansas Apprenticeship Program, and with Shop Kansas Farms with Kansas Farm Bureau. They are the owners of Shop Kansas Farms, and of course, the founder of Shop Kansas Farms, Rick McNary, who joins us this morning on the Ag Issues program here on 580 WIBW. Stay with us when we come back. We'll head back to the studio. We'll get an update on the news headlines, and we'll check the weather forecast. That comes up next.